On this episode of the Arena Sports Show, we bring together two worlds that are powered by passion. On the one side, it is, of course, the unmistakable voice of Melody Miya, who electrifies thousands at the stadium. And on the other hand, it is the unstoppable force of the Arangies legacy in motorsport. Well, one thing that is certain about, of course, our guests today is that they are three of South African greatness. And while they definitely remind us that it's not DNA, just RSA. My name is Clauiee Grace Mpanza, and always alongside me is my favorite influencer, Mahlatse Mphahlele. And well, because it's the season to be jolly, it's December time, and we always have so much to be grateful for, I figured that we start the show just a little bit different, guys, and we all choose something to be grateful for. We'll start with you, influencer. What are you grateful for today?
You always put me on the spot. What am I grateful for? I think good health. At the beginning of the year, I started a journey of, as they say, fetching my body. I've been running, I've been gymming, I've been doing all these sorts of things, and I'm healthy, I'm good, and I'm happy that.
You lost weight. I'm so proud of you. Well done.
Yeah, at some stage I looked a bit, So yeah, I'm grateful for good health. Yeah.
Yeah.
We take it for granted, but it's very important. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I'm not getting any younger, so the healthier I am, the better I am.
100%.
So if you feel good,
you
look
good.
You know? That's it.
And then, well, on your side, we've got the Arangies. We've been planning this since September, which is absolutely crazy. But I'm so glad that you guys finally join us. Firstly, welcome on the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
So,
Clauiee.
what are you guys grateful for?
I think I'm going to go with health as well because, we actually took a picture the other day. It's 3 years now. I've lost 43 kilos.
What?
So if you're healthy, then you obviously feel good. You want to live, and
But it's 43?
43 kilos.
How?
Exactly 3 years ago, I weighed 103.
What?
Yeah, and I think healthier choices, and you actually take life for granted.
Yeah.
That is so good. I'm
and especially
inspired.
now with Charl going through his op, it's the little things that you're grateful for again. Peace, health, joy, all that small things.
Yep.
So yeah.
What about you, Charl?
I'm going to be a broken record and also say, because I mean, end of the day, it's been a year. Hey?
Yeah.
It's been a year. We've had to go through quite a lot. I've had a journey now for 2 years with
Braces.
braces. But I mean, it all stems from sleep apnea.
Sure.
And a massive overbite that, people don't even realize that I've had braces, not for looks or for cosmetics, but it was actually for health that my airway was blocked 85%, which led to sleep apnea. And I had to go through this operation that I haven't healed from yet completely. It's still a few weeks to go, so excuse if I'm sounding a bit funny. But more than that, it's good. So health. 2025 has been a year of
health.
You can't enjoy steak as yet.
yeah.
We're still on the period.
It's horrible. In case here
At
we are.
least you can take a beer.
Yes.
Something to be grateful for.
That is.
I'm not sure about the beer well is still on this.
No. That is one of life's little joys. So I'm going to definitely go with the beer.
We're stopping the pain meds because the effects of pain meds in the beer. So we stopped. We had to stop one.
Well, there you have it. We'd love to know from you as well. What are you grateful for in 2025? On that note, we'll also want to find out, of course, Star of the Week. A few people that have impressed us in the past few days. We'll start with you this time around, Charl. Who has impressed you?
Well, I'm going to go with not to be the typical motorsport guy. I'm not going to go with motorsport this week. I would say the Blitzbox, the whole of the Blitzbox team really impressed me on Sunday. They pulled a massive win over Argentina. So they're my stars of the week.
I didn't know you follow rugby, by the way.
I'm Afrikaans. Come on, man. I'm a Dutchie. We love rugby.
My bad. You're influencer.
I was at curling knockout final on Saturday while we were together. So yeah, I think I'll give it to Pirates, Orlando Pirates. Second to the year. They're looking good.
They are.
And yeah, and also to the supporters in Limpopo, picking up a stadium between a so-called big team and a so-called small team.
Yeah.
It was a nice atmosphere being there, so yeah, I think I'll go with Orlando Pirates. Yeah.
Don't you not ask them if they follow football? I mean, you asked me.
Yeah, so Africans boys do love their football.
Don't really.
All I know is Manchester United won last night. That is one.
Well, that's a consolation.
Clauiee, you have to step up.
I need to do better, yeah. Friends, who's impressed you?
Max. Max Verstappen, I must say, although he didn't win the championship, he still managed to win the race. So he's quite impressive.
Ooh, what do you I mean, you're a driver, right? Talk to us about his racecraft. I don't think we appreciate it much.
No, I think he is a total force of nature, the guy.
Yeah.
Whatever he gets in, he's fast in. Yeah, I think it's just this new generation of driver where, you know, I come from a James Hunt, Ayrton Senna type of vibe where it's, you're gifted, but you know, it's all about the fun around motorsport. These younger guys are, you get off the track and you go straight into a sim race.
Yeah.
You know, dedication, I guess, and loving your sport. I mean, his biggest achievement for me this year was not actually even in Formula One, but was jumping in a GT3 car on Nürburgring, first time, breaking the lap record, and then secondly winning his first race, first time out. The guy is a force of nature.
He really, really is. And we always, of course, appreciate forces of nature and great talent that we get to witness. On that note, let's find out what's happening in your top stories.
Bafana Bafana will wrap up the preparations for 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco later this month with a friendly match against Ghana next week. Orlando Pirates coach Abdasalam Wadu says Bafana Bafana attacker Relebole Mofokeng can lead them to the Champions League title that has eluded them for 13 years. Bafana Bafana will play 2 of their 3 2026 World Cup group stages match in Morocco, with the other one taking place in the US.
Well, when you speak about talent, you always, of course, when it comes to South African motorsport, have to mention Charl Arangies. I mean, you grew up at a racetrack. I believe in 2021, you somehow helped your dad build a car, which is insane. Talk to us about your childhood.
Look, I grew up on the racetrack, to be quite honest. I was fortunate enough. My dad actually owned the old Midval Raceway. In the 90s, the early 90s. My dad was more into drag racing, to be quite honest. So, you know, I saw the track racing, saw Charl van der Merwe, saw all the guys always race around Midval, but you know, my love was drag racing and the likes. And yeah, at some point, my dad sold the track. We got out of motorsport, but I just think, you know, the petrol never left my blood. And I turned 21. When I turned 21, I was fortunate enough, my dad bought me an old Porsche 944. It's like a box Porsche for my 21st birthday. And with the promise that we're going to build a race car at some point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just decided one day, listen, I'm not waiting no more. I'm ripping this thing to pieces. And yeah, big family fight, but yeah, we had to go with it. And yeah, that was the start of probably one of the biggest things in our family. It's just, my dad always asked me, why couldn't you just have played golf? It's so much cheaper. And yeah, I had to hustle quite. I think it also made me realize the power of hustling in life, to make, you know, your dreams come true, to make plans, to be able to do the sport that you love. And yeah, we built a business around it. I was fortunate enough with that. As a complete side hustle of workshop, race cars. We've got clients. You know, we've built GT racing in this country, and that's my first love, is GT racing. To this powerhouse it is today. And yeah, I mean, without my dad, without my family.
Yeah.
None of this would have been possible. So yeah, it's been a journey.
And then from your side, Burns, I mean, let's talk your childhood. Did it look the same as Charles?
No,
Was
not at all.
motorsport a thing?
The first time when I met Charl, when he said he's racing, I thought, yes, this is going to be like heavy.
Yeah.
What am I getting myself into? And then the first time when I got to the track, I'm like, yo, okay, there's people really driving expensive cars here, and I mean, there's really money going into this thing. But I think as the years gone by, and Charl and I actually married very quick. I mean, we knew each other for 5 months, got engaged, and
Really?
yeah, 11 months later we got married. It's like we just knew. But like petrol was just part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're either going to be part of it or you're going to have to be out, because if you're not going to stick here and you're not going to love it, I mean, it was something to get used to. Charles never at home on like at least once or twice a month.
Yeah.
Especially with the girls. And I think when they were younger, it was easier because we used to travel with him. But now that they're in school, you can't keep them out of school.
True.
But we still support him in it. I mean, every Friday we go with the girls to the racing shop. They get on the golf cart. I mean, they're also used to the cars. So, I mean, I think it's just a family thing. It's in us.
Do you think they're going to be racing drivers one day, like Charles?
Definitely not Allegra. She's a dramatic one. She's like Popiki. And Aliyah, maybe, she's the wild one. She wants to get into a
Go-kart.
go-kart.
But I'm trying to
Stop that. Because we know the money that's going
Trying not
into
to
this.
spend a lot of it.
Yeah, we're trying not to spend. So I don't know. We'll see. Probably Aliyah. I think Aliyah will.
She wants to, but I mean, end of the day, it's we don't force our kids to do anything.
Yeah.
It's they love to be at the track. They love the whole vibe to be at the races. They don't want to miss one of my races, and that to me is key. Whatever they want to do, they do.
Yeah, especially when we're not at the track, they will watch all races live.
Yeah.
So we try to, support him and to keep that family thing going. So they understand the whole concept behind the racing, and Daddy's #1 supporters.
That they do. I remember at Kyalami, they were so mad at me because I pulled them for an interview, and they're like, "But now we're missing Daddy lift the trophy," and I was just like, "We'll go back in just a bit." So they clearly are definitely supportive. But I mean, the love for Lego influences the other thing. Charl loves Lego. So have you passed that down to your kids as well?
I have at
He
some
likes
point.
expensive things.
Unfortunately, the mind has to be kept busy. If it's not with driving or wanting to be better, it's I think it's just a relaxation of building something and
At
staying
least I'm
busy.
not paying for that.
Yeah, but no, the kids do love it, especially to help these days. Like Allegra used to be big into Lego, now it's more freaking TikTok.
Videos.
That. But in any case, but yeah, when I pull out a nice big car to build, the girls love to sit there, and before I know it, I just give them the blocks and they build, and
Nice.
it's all family affair again. So yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
So from my side, I want to check, how long does it take to build a car, and how do you make it powerful?
Well, a race car is, it's like how long is a piece of string, to be quite honest. It's never really built. It's never finished, especially, if you want to build it yourself. So the first car myself and my dad built was that Porsche 944. And although I think it was perfect at some point, it just never is perfect. It's still being developed as we go. There's always faster bits. There's always newer technology. So, yeah, how long does it take? It's now been, almost 20 years that we've just kept on building and making better. The cars that we actually drive is different. So we try to keep racing and checkbook racing down. So with building a car comes a form of checkbook racing that, at some point you're just going to put money in, and it's
Never gonna
it's
stop.
just that pit. Whereas the GT3 cars that we race are factory spec cars. So they built to a GT3 spec, you buy it, and that's what you race. We just maintain the car. We don't make them faster, we don't change bits on them, none of that. We maintain. These cars are phenomenal. And I think although the cars are more expensive, racing in general is expensive, it brings the budgets down slightly. You know, now it's just maintenance. It's not, where can I find that unfair advantage? How can I make the car even faster? Bigger turbos, bigger whatever. So that's where we are in motorsport.
Yeah,
that's what
otherwise never
I'm
gonna end.
advocating for, is, you know, more spec racing. Less budgets, more fun on the track. So yeah.
You've got the opportunity to drive different cars.
Yeah.
The Vantage, the Aston Martin, the Gallardo, and the Lamborghini, the Merc, the R8. Now, yeah, the list goes on. Who's driving the Porsche? You're so versatile. Which one has been your favorite to drive? And maybe the challenges in all different specs.
That's the one thing I've always tried to do when bringing in GT3 cars, is bringing in the different cars. I mean, realistically in South Africa, with how we don't have any form of rules, the only cars you can really be heavy competitive here in GT3 cars is the Lamborghini or the Audi, just because the V10 is so versatile. You take the restrictors out and these things are menacing. But I'm not like that. I hate being a sheep. I just can't just always go like that. So, to be quite honest, my favorite is the Porsche that we're currently racing. It is such an amazing car. Slowest down the straight, unfortunately. Best through the corners.
Yeah.
The Aston Martin V12 will always have a special place in my heart.
That was my favorite though.
Yeah,
remember
just the scream of that V12 was always so, amazing. And then I think just for driving a tank, the Mercedes is, you know, you just get in it and, you know, you can do 24 hours, get out, and the car's just fine.
Yeah.
It's so, you know, every car has its pros and cons. I think the Lamborghini and the Audi, just for raw speed and excitement, is always right at the top. I just never really fell in love with them. They're a bit too edgy for me.
Sure.
So yeah.
So, Burns, you mentioned liking the Aston Martin. I want to take you back to 2023, where he wins, but then now there was a bit of drama where he had to swap from the Merc and go to the R8. Talk to us about how that stress is. How do you handle all of that that's going on track?
Well, I've learned through the years, withdraw yourself from the drama, don't get involved, and don't pick sides.
Yeah.
So I think to keep the peace, especially you see these people afterwards, so it doesn't help like staying angry or just try to get Charl relaxed. I think the more relaxed we are, the more relaxed Charl is. So at the end of the day, it's just don't pick sides.
First of all,
Just support.
how do you, like, when you see him race, maybe, you know, maybe there's a crash or something, I'm sure your heart stops.
So yeah, it does. But we've got so much trust in him. He's really so good. I remember once Allegra was really small, and we were in Cape Town, and he was racing one of the Lambos, and the car lit on fire.
Sure.
And we could see on TV this car burning. And he tried to get out this car, and I went berserk. I found his mom. She was at the track. She actually just ran. And yeah, it was crazy. It was like, you can't explain to anyone what's going through you. But yeah, trust the process enough. Charl got out the car real quick. He had like, the whole suit was burned, wasn't it? And then your face was burned. But I must say, when Charl is in that car, they're actually so safe with a roll cage around them. But still, anything can happen. Sure. But I think it's like a prayer thing. Normally, before Charl goes in the track, every morning on our way to the circuit, it's like we prepare our prayers and just ask for protection. That's a thing.
Sure. So what's your crazy love? Because his cars.
I don't actually have things. I don't know.
I know.
What is it?
Online shopping. She's completely addicted. I freaking swear, it's a go-to. You know, like normal people, they take their phone out. Yeah, they take their phone out and it's maybe Facebook or Instagram. She's like Superbalist or something. I don't know.
Let's take a cut now. I'm sure a cut is full
I'm sure
on
the cut
Sheen
is
and all those things.
But I'm really really clever now. So what I've realized, something that I haven't worn the last 2 months, I put it on my Yaga account and I sell it. So I don't just buy, I also sell now.
Balance.
You see?
So before we wrap up motorsport, Charl, your thoughts on the state of motorsport in South Africa?
Currently, horrible. And I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, look, motorsport is ebb and flow like any sport in South Africa. Currently, I would suggest we weren't in the best place in 2025. And it's nothing to do with, you know, interest in motorsport or anything like that. It's just, you know, the state of the economy, state of series and the likes. Competitors start being disinterested. And but I think there's a lot of excitement for 2026. I can already see it in my workshop. I can already see it in competitors. You know, it's in these bad times that us, and I say us, the people that keep on racing, build. You know, keep the series alive and build the series to where people want to come back.
For sure.
And that's exactly where we are for 2026. I think 2026 is going to be amazing. 2025 has been a downturn, but just like our economy, I've got all the trust that next year is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
What cars are you bringing in for next year?
Don't know yet.
Very
Let's first
It's always a surprise.
always a surprise.
always a surprise.
We're looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
There's also, of course, a reality show that they've been a part of, which is Val Rivera, which has been quite interesting. How has that been? I mean, bringing the kids on the show and really being low-key kind of followed around?
I must say it was like a bucket list thing. It's not something that we had to, you know, we said it.
Like, we didn't apply to be
Yeah,
part
we
of the
didn't
show.
apply for it. They actually picked families in the Val.
Nice.
And we decided, like, are we going to be part of this or not? And we decided, you know what, we got a story to tell, let's be part of it.
Yeah.
And it was a challenge, but we learned so much through it. The girls enjoyed it. I wish actually they showed more of the children.
Yeah.
So as it started, it was a lot of the children, and then it like
Drama.
drama, adults, and yeah, I just wish like the children could be more part of it. But it was an experience.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, end of the day, I think you go into a reality TV show not having a freaking clue what's going to happen, and we walked out with semi-best friends out of it, you know. And end of the day, we've made such good friends that I could bring someone new into motorsport, into my world, and yeah, it was fun. Would I do it again? Probably not.
Really?
Probably not. But yeah, you know, it's
I
letting
actually miss it, to be honest.
I miss it too.
it's letting everyone into your world, you know, and it's daunting. I'm not going to lie.
It's hard
But
work.
It
It's
is.
like 3 months just shooting, or 2.5 months.
But yeah, I always say it's the worst, best time of my life.
yeah.
You know, it's the worst just for all the time it takes. But when you're done, it's like, wow, okay, cool, that was fun.
Yeah.
How many of the things were unfiltered, or like some of the stuff maybe which you said, guys, take this one out? Or?
Oh, I wish we could. I really wish we could.
Oh.
It is reality. I mean,
It's reality.
what you see is really what you get. No script, no nothing like that. You know, so it is daunting. The fights, the stuff you see there is real life.
Real.
It's real life. And you know, I think looking back, that's the part that I don't like so much is, you know, we can see sometimes situations being ripped apart just because, you know, we're all on camera. It's like right there and gone.
Yeah, the cameras doesn't see all the details behind the scenes. But it's okay. I mean, We all learn through it. We actually learned that we can be a lot opinionated. But
I
it's
didn't
also
realize
not
I'm that
but
opinionated.
I think it's also not a bad thing because people actually know where they're standing with you.
Yeah.
But to see it a year later, a lot of things happen in a year since
Yeah,
we
you
finished
grow.
shooting. We grew, and now that you take yourself a year back,
Yeah.
and then you feel a bit shy sometimes when you look at yourself. How did I say that?
Yeah.
You know, but it's part of growth. I mean, I think the most important thing for us was take accountability
For sure.
for whatever you said and whatever you've done. And that's how we grew. We told our truths and we took accountability.
Yeah.
And it's what other people make of it. If you don't take accountability, we grow by taking accountability. But yeah, we learned a lot.
How's the reception from family members?
It was daunting. You know, obviously we come out of a very conservative Afrikaans background. So it is difficult. My dad, I think, was fine with it. My mom really struggled with it. She still does. Whenever there's
Normally will
negative.
be the opposite.
Yeah, you won't believe. But my mom is very, you know, she's like a lioness. Don't come close to her kids. You know, she wants to rip you apart. So,
Yeah, especially when there's any negative
yeah,
things now
any
in media. then
negative
she's like,
comment, I can see it really bugs my mom. And she has to bite on her tongue not to jump on with all the Karens, you know, and keyboard warriors. But yeah, I must say, more than that, it's not bad. It's obviously, we were opinionated, myself and Bernelee. So I think there's a lot of stuff that we wish we could have done different. But this is who we are. You know, end of the day, you just heard, you asked me a question about motorsport, and I am opinionated.
Yeah.
I am going to speak my truth, and I am going to tell it out is, or how I at least experience it. And
Yeah.
people don't have to agree with me.
No.
I think the most important thing was as well just to be ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, not to be something we're not. There's a lot of times that people say, oh, but you look stuck up. It's just I decided to stay quiet in some situations.
Yeah.
Because not every situation needs a reaction. And I think that's also what we learned now on the whole social media concept. There's a lot of people, you know, they think they know you. And you don't have to react. So I think we learned not to react to all these bad comments.
Sure.
Because time will tell.
True.
Time will tell. Time will play itself out. So
And everything will come to light.
yeah.
On that note, before, of course, we switch it over to football, I want to find out December plans and, of course, how you're wrapping up the year.
Well, I've wrapped up the year. I am done. I just want to go on
You're
holiday
good
now.
now.
It's been a minute.
I know.
It feels like it. So yeah, I think it's just getting back behind the wheel. I'm really excited for the new year. You know, missing the Kailami 9 hour was really horrible for me.
It was so weird seeing you off
Yeah,
track.
it's bad being there
Yeah.
and not being able to drive, but then, you know,
The FOMO was real.
Yeah.
but still, yeah, getting ready for next year, really excited. And yeah, thing is, I just don't know what we're
car?
doing yet,
Okay. No, that's okay. Your side
but I'll
first.
be in a car.
Yeah, just excited to go on holiday with the kids. Just relax. Put this year behind us and focus on the next year.
All right, influencer, do you want me to ask you the same question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
can-
cool.
we can
Please tell us what are you getting up to?
I'm going to Morocco for the Afcon, so it should be good.
That's exciting.
That's good.
That
Don't
is
you want to take
exciting,
me
right?
with?
Very exciting.
Well, the only
love to see
problem is that
Morocco.
if Bafana goes all the way, I'm going to be away from home for a month. Which
Oh,
I'm not sure about that one, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll fit in your bag. If you take a big enough one.
Unless
Put the both of us in there.
they're going to arrest me for human trafficking.
We decided to go.
Guys, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
Appreciate you guys so much. And I guess we'll catch up once you're in the car next year, yeah?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Thanks for having us, Clauiee.
Thank you,
Yeah, that's
birds. That is, of course, the Arangies family, and we're looking forward to seeing, of course, what they will be doing in 2026. And on the flip side, we're chatting all things football. Well, at the start of the show, we mentioned, of course, the one electrifying voice in South African football. Melody Miya joins us now. Melody, thank you so much, champ, for joining us. I was trying to think of what song I should sing to you, man. I don't know.
Let's go with that thing. Po, 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 po.
Guys, come on. Look, I think it's a pleasure to be here today. Tired as we are, but we are in great spirits.
Yeah.
And I think congratulations for being able to be the voices, the talent, the knowledge of football that we carry. It's a great combination.
Oh,
So before you continue, you know, it's so unbelievable.
what?
I've met Melody like on the corridors, go to the stadium and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm actually meeting him for the first time today. Shake hands, a hug, and it's unbelievable.
That's nice. I've met him.
And he's somebody who
I don't know.
and he's someone who I've admired from a distance. Yeah.
Super.
I grew up in that era of Bra Alex Sakwani,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and we don't want to compare eras, but yeah, you know, you really you are cooking.
No, thank you. I know, thank you. There are many chefs in our kitchen. Mutunalina, go back showtime. Just okay, no wait a minute.
So you guys are parents, you are cooking. Master Sipombule is cooking, you are cooking, everyone
The
is
coach
cooking.
is cooking, but really the president is cooking.
Everybody's
It's
cooking.
tough. It's tough.
But I mean, we speak about your talent and influencer. You wrote an article not too long ago, just, you know, talking about really the atmosphere is good, you know, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But I mean, back in the days at UJ, Varsity Cup, you were known as the sheriff. So controlling an atmosphere is not something that just started now, but you've been grinding. Talk to us about how it all started and really how you found yourself as the sheriff.
So I think it's quite interesting. So by God's grace, I always say that sports saved my life. And I use a simple analogy based on born in the townships like Katlehong and Guamash, when raised in the two violent communities. Sports was the little thing that you could hold on to that was the positivity. And before, when I was in high school, I had this thing whereby I don't want to go home. Because if I'm at home 2 o'clock, let's say school comes out at 1 o'clock or up past 1, I'm at home 2 o'clock, that means that I have more time for chores that are even non-existent. You know what I mean? So, but hey, I'm a kundi guy. You understand? So then I had to find something to filter this energy. To no, man, get home late, the least you can do is wash the dishes and whatever the case. And then I started playing sports. I got into sports. I played rugby in high school. We didn't have football, so it looked shiny when I played football. I got on my computer. I was a hectic 9. Give control, add, delete. Literally out.
I don't know. Wait, you know what he calls himself?
What?
Uzbiza Zizu. So now I'm
Well, I don't call myself, they call me.
They give you a nickname. If they don't rate you, if they don't rate you, you know it'll prolong the...
okay, cool.
I was thinking I'm not.
Yeah, but and I wasn't that player. It's, for example, in football, who was gifted in Yahweh and in dribbling and whatnot, but I was clinical.
Yeah.
You know, I had the space, I had to be in the right place. So then it played with rugby, because rugby is grab the ball and we go.
Yeah.
What
So,
position?
I played scrummy, and then I played left wing. So for some time I played, and I captained in my final year in high school. And I then realized, Guti, you know what, there's so much that's happening in sports in my life. That's majority of my life outside of academia. So then Tamalami, Ubabla Miya was very much adamant to Guti, we're going to university. So I didn't know how I was going to get to university, because I didn't know these things. I wasn't exposed outright academically. And then my dad says, look, dude, when I just do well in matric, grade 11 I did bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I did bad. I think I had APS score of 19. And it's like, yo, we were not focused.
Sure.
Only to find in matric, I come out with a clean 37. And I'm like, yeah, no. Now I'm forced to go to university because academically I've done well. And my dad says, look, what are you going to study? I'm like, I don't know. My dad says, so I'm UJ, and I got into sports. I studied sports. I met some phenomenal people today that are in high ranking positions due to this life. And what really became the reason why I do what I do today was that I randomly got a call from Ofifi Soji, which was a colleague, and we studied together. I said, hey, dude, they need an MC there at the rugby. I'm like, at the rugby? It's like, yeah, man, just come in. You have energy. And I had a lot of energy. I've just slowed down now because I need to spread it.
So that's Varsity Cup.
That's what's the cup. I do it. I become the national #1 MC in the country.
Sure.
I'm flying for all the finals. I'm doing hockey. I'm doing netball. I'm doing cross. And I'm like really moving. And then the long story short then becomes a gentleman by the name of Lucky Maduna. Looks at me, says, bro, I think it's time to leave. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, let's find ways to help you get to the next chapter of your work. Okay, Lucky and I chat that and we move on. And I give him his flowers all the time because it takes someone to consider someone and say, you know what? I think, Clauiee, you are really good at what you do. Let me spread my contacts and see if someone is in need of a person like you.
For sure.
Little did I know, childhood dream comes to life. I'm on a plane coming back from a final in Cape Town for varsity Shield. We're on the flight, short man, and I listened to a voice note. The voice note is from Uthandi Merafe. And Tanya's like, hi Melody, we received just a few about your work and would love to have a conversation.
Sure.
So Shorty's sitting here and then there's a white guy sitting in the corner. I start crying. Shorty looks at me, looks at the white guy, and he also starts crying. I'm sure the white guy in the corner, I'm sure he was like, what's going on? So long story short, the moment was just so intense that it's a childhood dream to say, I want to work for Orlando Pirates, but I would not know how. And God says, don't worry about the how, just focus on what you're going to bring.
Sure.
And what I was bringing was energy, it was pure, it was radical, it was creative. So by the time I left varsity sports, I was literally the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And it's something I shy because I'm a very much emotive person. So when we're in the moment, you're really locking in. So what that happens, and then officially then my first game happens. Funny enough, Benny McCarthy was still at Cape Town City, but he couldn't on that first game in 2018 because his wife was going through an op. Sure. So that was going to be the day I met the actual legend.
Oh my
and I
days.
did it.
Your idol.
Yeah, no, Benny Futhi as a striker, like I said, he was just another machine.
Man,
Yo.
I think more than anything, I'm already getting goosebumps.
You want to cry?
I also want to cry now. I've got tissue. Do you need tissue? 'Cause you're the crier.
You guys are dramatic, Nina.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's absolutely great. So now you get to, of course, your childhood dream.
Yep.
But, you know, before we unpack the stories of course, working with such a big brand,
Yeah.
I mean, the journey, Melody, I mean, people look at it sometimes and think it's always roses. There are days sometimes where, I mean, we talk to you, you're depleted emotionally, but then span, and because you're Tanza, you will show up. Talk to us about the not so great moments within the career and perhaps also the depression that you struggled with at some point.
Yeah, I think it's a great factor to always bring in. You know, fortunately, I've been broadcasting for the last 14 years now. Having started my radio career at UJFM, went to 5FM, went to 947. SABC broadcasting.
Sure.
I actually used to do boxing announcing for Supersport.
Wow.
And we did it, my first one was Orlando Hall, just across Orlando Stadium. My first ring announcing gig. And all those things were phenomenal. But I sat and I looked back and I questioned, who do they matter to? And this is where we find now this thing of titles really confuse people's self-identity. If you call yourself a CEO and one day they fire you, what are you now? So I tried my level best to not attach the little successes that I got along the way. And the depressive state came from a sense of seeking affirmation. I mean, you're the most well-decorated footballer, but people don't rate you.
Yeah.
That feeling of, no, and now you started becoming something that you're not
Yeah.
because you're seeking this. And I had to go through that phase as a young boy who was really working hard. I mean, I didn't care about women. I didn't care about anything except a span. I was always working. I mean, at one point I had 4 jobs and still had studying full time.
Sure.
Because all I said, angfuni mistake, I could be the one that will make it out of my family and give them an opportunity, and God willing, it happened. And we're talking now 15 years later. And I sat in and then said, the depressive state always came from a lack of self-identity.
Sure.
What are you? Outside of the job, outside of what you've achieved, what are you? Who are you? And then I realized the problem is exactly that. I lost that because I didn't know that some people will not see my work. And I had to change the brand trajectory because of that. Obviously, when I got to Orlando, I was a much and I was still a young boy. Easily. I mean, now we're what? Next year will be the 8th year being at Orlando in 2026. So when my first 2 years, Machaiva and a young man, and then you're walking there with police with the mall, you wear something. What's up, Machaiva? And that for me was like, I chief, hold on. No, don't tell Sagavatu wait. And then I had to go back again and go back and be like, wait, where are we going? And unfortunately, because the Hoodmans that walked in the feet that I walk in now are there. The conversations are just different because the generations are different.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with the Hoodman, Bafana, and it was just a general conversation. And it triggered something that's so important to say that, I mean, his era was much different to my era, but football has also changed in how we consume it. Football previously didn't have the entertainment it has now, versus what we would have seen in the previous years.
Yeah.
And I sat and I said, maybe this is a journey that will need someone to guide the heart of it and not the technicality. Because the technicality will mean that I'll go back to the era that was that, and not the what could be in the future. And to land into how I had to find my feet in all of this, it was truly going back to the fact that God made a plan for me to get where I am.
Sure.
All I did was go to work and someone saw me and said, hey man, Aruza mekamo, hey man, when I can. And that's how over the years it became. I don't want to be Umacha as an example. I want to be someone who's able to control, which is now I'm more focused on, is to be what we call in private schools stick masters. If you know the culture of stick masters, which is something that we're working on, and again, for another day, we're working on it in public sector schools. If we can build that culture of what I'm doing at the stadium, it's just truly what is needed in our football or rather sporting communities.
Yeah.
And that's how I found, again, purpose to say, I'm leading people who are passionate about the same thing. And I'm just going to follow with it.
Zola 7 is someone that is someone that you admired when you were younger.
You still do.
Yeah,
I mean, he played his role.
Yeah.
He never expired. He just, the chapters changed.
Why did you resonate to him?
It's actually part of the reason why when we spoke about coming here today, it was that my intention was one, is to connect the passion to the results.
Sure.
And that's what he did. Uzola connected his passion to seeing people meet a better version of themselves. I mean, footballers it's just that not many footballers are vocal and are able to storytell.
Yeah.
But footballers' journey is hard. It's hard. There are players that we question, ufika kanjani lo? Akona lo.
Udlala kanjani game in game out.
Mamela omunye ubekayi captain, angifuni ukukhuluma manje, ubekayi captain.
Kanjani?
Hayi phosa yakho, hayi. And that person, you look at them and you're like, but God said they're going to happen, and it happened. And that's what I think that lacks in our community of footballers, community of athletes, in a greater prospect. The storytelling is not deep enough.
Sure.
It's not deep enough. Listen, we can all come from the same township, have the same struggle, but we will not tell the same story.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, it's always different, And it's said that players don't, over the years I felt there's this enduring thing of us and them between the players and the journalists. I mean, I can give you an example without mentioning names. When when Bafana qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah.
The best stadium.
We happened to go to the
Okay,
same,
second best.
after party to celebrate.
Yeah.
Then with the players. Then you can see the tension when they see us as journalists arrive there. We have had to say to them, guys, you have qualified for the World Cup, really. If you want to drink, drink. There's nothing wrong. Because they don't trust us. But I know there are some guys from our side who have been a little bit nasty, saying things which maybe
Little
sometimes
bit
we
nasty,
don't-
you say.
Quite nasty,
you know.
right?
But there is that thing. Players also must be comfortable around journalists because, as you say, some of these guys have got unbelievable stories to tell.
You know, when you look into the world of outside of football, you look into the world of Mapimpi. You look into the world of Aphiwe Janji. Aphiwe still hasn't told the story about how he was excluded from the World Cup as the first South African and also black African to be able to name the Rookie of the Year. That kind of tells the journalism, the trust that's broken between sporting elements and the ground. Because people want to break the story before actually getting the most genuine story.
For sure.
I mean, tabloids, have really ruined the opportunity of, I used to, by the way, I'm a big fan of reading newspapers. My dad would buy the batch, every day you go Sowetan Citizen, what, and would go through, would go through these reading the writing style of certain people. You'd see which always, is he supportive or he has a questionable approach? But I think the sense of it, even in interviews on radio, I was listening to a few interviews yesterday. Obviously, the team has been traveling. And some point of questioning is more about you want the scoop and not the power of the opportunity. And this is not for me to speak of, but I'm just making an example because it happened on radio. So it's not my story. I mean, obviously, the coach has been asked a lot about Mabasa. And the questioning tells you what they're looking for. It doesn't tell you what they're hoping for in a positive light. They're looking for, give us the reason versus what's different. And the coach could give you the same answer, but one will be much more informative based on, did you approach me in a welcoming way or was it a defensive approach?
That's why Coach Jose used to say, do you want the truth or you want the...
Even Peter had that thing. Musimane had that thing where he just doesn't want to answer for the sake. Even Rulani would go for you. But anyway, in passing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you want to go?
Yeah, I want to check. Have you always been Paris fan?
By God's grace, my dad raised us in a home in Pagachuchu. I'll never forget the days where I used to watch Steve Lekuleo. But I even mentioned that Olebogang Cheeseboy Mokoena was my favorite player because his story was part of the dream that South African kids didn't have at the time.
True.
Being able to go to school while playing for Orlando Pirates, being able to focus on school, come out. Even when he became amongst the biggest players in the country, Cheeseboy was just a thriller to watch.
Yeah.
But you bring it smaller and then there was the Teko era that was now creeping in. And then you're like, yo, give Lerem, yo. And at that time, my parents had never bought me a Pirates jersey, none, nothing. I bought my first jersey. And of course, it's a finance thing to point. But I bought my first jersey and it was that feeling of a dream. And then later going to sports. And then it becomes it's a dream.
Sure.
Promise you it's a dream.
Stefile Gule,
Eh?
Stefile Gule, cheaper.
Yeah.
That's your last.
No, but you see, the thing is, it was also not just that. It was when you look at someone who's young. At the time, remember, we went through an era where we had old players. And then we recently went back to younger players. And now the younger players were playing in, 16 was our most recent youngster to come on. And then you stop and you say, amen. Butchie's boy were in that era.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it while we're still alive. And now, to have a 20-year-old captain like Mbogazi be able to stand against the legends that he was working with. Upodlela is a G. He's worked very hard for his position. Yeah. But it's not limited to that. It's like, would you believe that coming from the 2010 World Cup would see an era of youngsters that now we can trust are going to another World Cup in 2026?
Sure. And it is really fantastic to see. I mean, we parked it a little bit in terms of now Orlando Pirates, Melody, right? You get there. We always find out, in terms of when players are signed by a club, locker room, how they're received, and some of the changes and the culture shocks and the highlights. Now, your first year at Orlando Pirates, talk us through that and perhaps some of the highlights, the people you're meeting, you're starstruck, and perhaps some of the challenges as well in your first year.
If you know what is called, they call it imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, Uguti, your mind and brain has not accepted what is a reality in real time.
Yeah.
So it will tell you everything that isn't in the room as if it is. When it's like, no, Chief, you're the one, you're the host. You're sitting there, you're the host. And your brain is like, no, man, maybe they picked me because Tata Mphahlele was sick. Baba, no, I never look. But I know these jokes. I do them maybe. And that's what life was. The first year, I had to adjust. Starting lineup, I had to learn that give the fans the reaction time. Or you're gonna call Thabiso Libito's name, and the crowd must react. And the guy that had been there before me, there was no handover. You were just thrown into the hot water. Tandy was very accommodating, giving me guidelines. And Dwana, we need to do this, we need to do that. And I sat and I said, the first year for me was a moment of reckoning that it's happening. But the danger was, every day I go home and say, was I good enough?
Sure.
Still do, but now I'm in more control because now I lead. Did I lead in the right direction? Did I give them that? I mean, I've looked at the Man City's announcer, and I've looked at dynamics. I've looked at his Instagram. We actually talk on Instagram, by the way.
Nice.
And explained to him, listen, this is what I do. And there's another lady in Brazil. And I really went beyond the call of I go to stadium and make noise.
Sure.
The first year and now, it's just been about me being more confident. I think the work is ethic, utando for the fans. I'm a fan when I go to work.
Yeah.
I'm not an employee. I'm just forced to get paid for it. But I'm a fan when I go to work. Because those boys are living their families' dreams. Those boys are living most players' dreams in South Africa, even Africa included.
Yeah.
And the opportunity I get to call their name, I think you take a moment, you're like, oh, it's a spiritual connection to what their parents have prayed for. And I have the opportunity to make sure that when I call that name, I give it love, I give it pride, I give it passion. And to someone else, it doesn't matter. That's why there's certain things God will give to you and also understand that in the time. And this is one of them because there wasn't a rule that says you can't, but I've even moved to now, I include their nicknames on the starting lineup in our stadium. And the reason why is that I'm not doing the official announcement, I'm doing the entertainment announcement. So everything official will be the commentators, but for me, I can play with it because there's no rule in the PSL logbook that says that it isn't allowed. So I was afraid to try that 3 years ago. I thought about it.
Sure.
But when the time I realized, no, Chief, the worst that can happen is Tisa or I'll get a warning, but there's no rule that could get the club fined.
I want to know, I mean, you talk about, of course, a bit of experience as well in terms of course, Man City and the Brazilian lady.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Biggie before, and he's always alluded to the fact that he's watching clubs overseas to see what are they doing, what do we need to do at Orlando Pirates that they can improve and do better in terms of how Ikiti looks, why is that important to you guys?
It's a culture. I think as someone who says that, as I sit here, I don't speak for the club, I speak of the club that I observe.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you want to say the right things. There's not the right things. Chief Lapagni culture. When you say that we're African giants, it's truly something that's embedded in you. And this is an example I used outside of this. Caster Semenya, as a runner, had to tell herself, okay, as she comes from Limpopo, she must be able to own who she is and who she's going to be one day. And if you don't own that identity before it comes to life and fruition, according to your eyes, in a biblical way, I mean, you can't do that, you know? Because that means you'll dream as far as your eyes can see. And not realize that, I believe the club itself, when it says that we are literally African giants in the context of our football style, in context of our stadium quality experience. I mean, we always say from the moment someone walks into the gate, collectively. It's a wish to experience what we say for Orlando. Orlando has a family section.
Yeah.
Abafuna ukubhema insango yabo benzeni. You understand?
Yeah.
But where do the kids? I mean, this was something where, how many kids do you see in the stadium at Orlando Stadium?
Sure.
And that's what I'm saying, it's a culture.
Yeah.
It's more of a cultivating of culture, more than just the football in the field.
Sure.
Melody, every match is different. Dynamics are different. How do you gauge or read the crowd? Because that can be a bit daunting.
One of the things that I love about a gift, it guides you ahead. It's always ahead of you. There's a game you get to, ne? Today you can win us. Today I'm gonna see the original goals, and I'll tell you why. We lost the last game, meaning that the crowd is less respondent as they normally are. That's one. Two, it's raining.
Yeah.
Meaning that the level of engagement is harder. So that means that I already know I'm going to have to work 3 times harder than normal.
Sure.
So what do we normally try to do? I mean, most stadiums, you'd remember when we were still the DSTV Premiership, we had activations at halftime. So according to my job description, I don't have to do anything. I said I never. That 15 minutes has to have something.
Yeah.
We started things like the penalty shootouts, where you get the fans involved, and then DSTV then came with the 200,000 thing. So banka, the energy, Leonor, no man, guys, we can do this at PSK, we have a financial element to it.
Yeah.
Then they left, then there was nothing left. We went back to our original state of, for us to be able to read the room for the fans, it's being aware, okay, fans are not happy with us. Or the incident where they were booing Umuremi. They booed Muremi, the players didn't sing after the game. They made a collective decision that we are not singing. And that is also based on the fact that the connection between the fans and myself, or the fans and the players, I always find myself in the middle at the stadium, you know? So my job is always 2 hours before the game starts, I'm at the stadium, I'm fully aware of what's happening, we speak to people on the ground, and you have a feel, okay, hey, I'm kind of sinking in. My fans are going to score my goal in. I don't interfere with the players. I don't go to the players. No. My job is simple. On the microphone, I then change the tone. Microphone, you are able to then encourage the fans. Your support is appreciated. Thank you for being there through the tough times. But again, remember, today's is at 3 points. So I need you guys to come back in. That interaction means that we are aware of what's happening without saying it. And then we are pulling towards Uguti, we need to go together. I mean, I think I'm one of the few stadium announcers in the country, if not top 2, that actually go 360 in their stadium. Most MCs sit on their front line. Every cup game you have seen, and I'm not mentioning names, but they stand in front of the main entrance, and that's all you'll see from them. You will not see them. FNP.
Yeah.
Back to back, year after year. And that's why I said to myself, I need to stay fit, I need to stay, because that for me is I'd come out of the stadium, even my 27,000 steps.
Sure. Wow.
That's good for discovery points.
That's why I give you a look at it. No, it's okay. But to your point, reading that comes from that groundwork. The groundwork is, I'm not here to speak on behalf of Orlando Pirates. Thandi Morafe does that. I'm here to speak on the experience of fans that are like myself, that are on the ground, that are like, hey, next time I see penalty, I'll figure L Stadium, all right, so figure L. I mean, when I speak to the guys in center line, I communicate to the cheaters. I'm not the center, I'm just an extension of them. So always reading the room is always guys during the week explaining to me, Gule branches so. Bafesim Katamafoni Stadium, Abantu Bayaka. It's literally just being able to say, I'm just an extension. And every game I go into, if we win like the last 3 games, in Ghana, in excitement, Hamba Pezulu, and a trick also that they asked me to kind of be aware of initially when I started was fans come there to have fun. The football can happen, but how do you help them have fun? You acknowledge them.
Yeah.
There's something I do, and I mention it today because it's so important to me based on the way I was raised. How do I see my fans? Before the game starts, an hour before the boys come out for their, if they're not, just before they come out for their warm-up, I walk around the Orlando Stadium, every security guard on the floor, every gate, and I go and I greet them.
Sure, it's good.
And not because I want applause, no. Because every time I go greet, I'm able to see, oh, ngapha kunabobani. Every time I go greet my, oh, ngapha kunabobani, okay. It builds a trust and rapport that sisonke throughout, from the gates coming in all the way. And that is the culture of how we set the tone in the game, read the game, feel the game. Because sizodlala sonke, even though we're not playing, we're all playing our role. Even if tomorrow, Bati, hey, Melody, we have come to the end of the journey, I'll still be there in the grandstand doing the same thing.
One of the things is also the rapport between Bramike King, the DJ. You must be on the same wavelength, because if you are not, you'll have your wires crossed.
Look, I mean, people have their different opinions. Mike King is an exceptional gentleman, timer, as we call it, in his age. Over the years, he's worked on multiple campaigns throughout everything. I think it's over 16 years now he's been part of the institution. And and I must say, it was challenging for us to merge at the beginning, because I come from a culture where at varsity sports, the music is led by the MC. The MC tells you where to go up, when to go down. Why? Because you need to be able to understand that what I need to say is advertising. So in varsity sports, as you would remember, the different brands are doing activations, they need shout outs throughout. So that is a key element. That means that we are the lead. When I got to Orlando, it was a bit of a challenge, respectfully so, because he was the other way around. He leads through the music, right? And we had to find footing together to say, I 100% know that you know the songs you need to play. But I think we can merge and learn as times have changed. From amapiano coming in as a genre, to the infusion of now, if we want to play Linkompo, or do we play Maskandi. So for me, with my radio background, I'm also much more intensely involved to say, wait. I think we need to change how we're playing music in Orlando. Yes, the crowd is younger, but the older crowd still enjoys.
there, yeah.
So we need to find a way to say 10% of this, 20% at this time, 30% of that, and we go back to maximum. Sometimes I would ask Bramike Guti, we call him DJ MK, Mike King. I would say to him, let's not play this type of music today. I want just singing. We've been able to change the tone of, we don't dance so much at Orlando. If you want to dance, come before, let's say an hour before the game. After that, I want us to sing. We now are a singing stadium based on that. That's how you then find that we have music that we've curated for that texture of stadium experience. Now you're able to say, Sekusele kancane. The album came out. Previous season, we were already starting to sing. And then the musical came from the documentary. And then the infusion into the stadium. Asadlala ingoma sithola randomly on YouTube. Sedlala lezi ezicreatile, which is a 360 business formation.
I always tell people second half, when they start singing sexual, the goal is coming.
No, let me tell you, we're playing the game with Lupompo. Let me tell you, we are we get the first goal, last minute in first half. I'd leave my station and go that side and plot with the supporters. Hey, Chief, you're going this way, you're going this way. By the time the third goal came in, the last minute of that game, taking us to extra time, penalties. No, it was penalties straight, I think. It was penalties. That moment from the crowd, the second goal came in. To the last goal, if you're in that stadium, that run, akuhlalwa phansi. Mina ngize ngisukumisa abantu abadala. CEO, hey, come on. I no chance, because we together make it intimidating by singing. You come to Orlando. Players are there, they're like, yo, How much more are we going to be at FNB Stadium when you go for the derby now?
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's just that Chiefs has a lot of fans. I'm going to give them that. But I think with the coordination we're plotting together with our supporters, they're in trouble, just from a singing element.
How do you handle the moments when it's tough, Melody? And I mean, for example, Polokwane, right? Carling knockout final, and you can see that, oh my goodness, the opportunities are there, but they're not converting. And the fans now are also getting just a bit frustrated, you know, and you're just like, come on guys, let's sing again. How do you handle that when it's a home game?
Literally, writing off the last sentence of this one, we're no longer an ill-disciplined supporter group. Our supporters have shown maturity. They've shown a level of ability to read the room with us. I mean, obviously, there's communication between supporters in formal structure to be like, hey, Bafethu, asingala hlumoya. Because like if I'm sitting in an away game on the grandstand, there's not much I can do besides speak to the guys on the ground. But the love in itself tells you, Guti, we have to push. Orlando Pirates, and this is another side of my passion that sets when you analyze a game. Orlando Pirates, from 70 minutes to the last minute is where you expect them to score the most. Most goals have come out from those moments. Why? Because of high intensity training that they've set with, our duration, ability to focus. I mean, how many cups have we taken in the last minute, back to back? I mean, from Stellenbosch thinking they were winning it, scoring early, to us actually finishing it, going to play against, I think when Saleng scored that corner, starting off the game, and then from there it was gone. They couldn't come back. But those moments now are different to say early scoring Pirates to an endurance Pirates that scores in the last 30 minutes, and they can give you 3 goals in the last 30 minutes.
Sure.
I mean, Marumo, we played them, not this season, but previous season, 8-1 victory against them, and then they beat us beginning of the season. And for us, we had a lot to play against them, but it was also our former players. But to circle down to the moment, we don't panic anymore.
Sure.
We used to panic. Now, musically, we just push. We just push. We just push. And you can hear it in Orlando, bit by bit. And you'll see, I think in the next 2 years, God willing, you'll be able to see that that's all we'll know is we are singing stadium to the heritage of Siwelele. And today, we are now the one stadium you'll find that even if we're losing, we still go there, center line, and build. I mean, even those things that we do afterwards, we don't think about them. They become organic. Uguti, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna make that thing I built? And I can speak for myself. Post game, it was there. We go there, they sing, we clap, we move. Then we started changing Guti. When we get there, we stay a bit longer. We give players, that individual players that would have done well in the game, push him out. After Moremi played a great game, after he was booed, he stood there. We supported Moremi. I understand how to had a mistake he made at one point when he was playing cross back, when he was playing left back, and he made a mistake trying to go cross post, and the ball became a goal. He came back and you put him in the center. Those moments and culture things are built based off, there's just so much synergy.
Well, now, what have you made of this Orlando Pirates team? I was saying to someone that if there are no major disruptions during the break now, I'm increasingly starting to believe Pirates can sweep everything this season.
He got you this morning, Melody, and he said, I think Pirates might win the league.
I mean, who's going to stop them?
So I said this last season when we were launching the previous jersey. I think you were there at Orlando. We did an interview with one of the publications, and I said, Pirates are going to win the league. They didn't. But they showed what could and should be the spirit of winning the league. The tone hasn't changed. Even before they started playing well, even after 2 games lost. It was just a new coach and people were panicking, as they normally do. Why Pirates right now should not be thought as a team to win the league, but it's the team that everyone wants to beat. Should be the worry that first we start with. Everyone believes that if they can beat us, we're a small team. So every game we go into us is the cup final experience. Think of it like that. Sundowns haven't been able to beat us. We haven't played Chiefs this season. The first 2 teams that we've lost to have now suffered in a different way because now omunye simthathele cup uhambe mahala waye Polokwane. And in the football sense, Pirates' depth has expanded. I mean, De Jong coming onto board now is meaning that it's going to be stressful for our strikers. 5-man push in front. The midfield is packed at the moment. From Cash Makaula coming back from injury, Mbata not starting in the beginning of the season, but being able to showcase that he's still that needed player. Nemtajela being a player that is also needing to find his way of owning that space. And then your wingers are also a problem. You know, you're playing youngsters that are running you. Morem is running you. Libito's running down the flank. Every 2 minutes he's there to give the cross. You're looking at a well-oiled machine. But every season we anticipate what? Injuries. And I think this is the one season we can truly say there's no injury that can stop the progressiveness, I think except for goalkeeper, that we have in all positions. From centre backs, left backs, midfielders. I mean, Tito, Master Chef, Rile can come in as a 10. You can see, you can shift these players. But winning the league, I think it's no longer something we could. We should and should not have reasons not to.
Yeah. I mean, you've spoken about the youngsters and on a personal level as well, it's something that you are passionate about.
100%.
I remember June 16, you wanted to do something for the young people in South Africa. Talk to us why that is important and really taking your time out and your resources to invest in the youngsters.
I think it's how we started this conversation. Somebody saw me.
Yeah.
Somebody saw you. In your youngster days, somebody saw you. And still today, somebody still sees you as a journalist to say you deserve, you know, Journalist of the Year award. But how do we get there? Spaces. I'm very passionate about youth development, not to the boy child alone, but to the girl child. I feel like, man, I'm a good man to the swag, man, and I say this respectfully. We live in such a self-drawn generation of adults that they don't see that when one kid succeeds, the other kids get inspired by that kid. Relay became President Dema 2K. Yes, we can talk football, but speaking ill of a 19-year-old boy who's doing well, and it's no longer sportsmanship. But in the greatest trend, social issues. We're dealing with rape, we're dealing with crime. Your child becomes a superstar. But what's right now? I get what you're learning now. Sharp. But I'm rounder, but I'm very high. Ubon uguthi ngempela manje is the problem. And I really think that's my greatest wish as a young person and something that I'm working on. We're approaching the National Office for Sports, Arts and Recreation because I believe that sports should be a big hub in schools. Big hub. When I'm talking about back to school, the school is done for the day. Not everyone is going to be the most talented player. Not everyone is going to be a netball player. But how do you teach the culture of sports in our communities? If I was Lali Pola Mpetu, hambo zama ukigijima, bonga gijimi, hambo zama, like
What's the drama?
something. We are such a talented country. Look at every single sporting code right now. We are in the finals, we are winning. But here's the issue: we don't know how to preach support. I've never had my dad come watch me play rugby. I've never had that opportunity, but I go to my boys' games. I go to the little ones when they have to. I don't have a child yet, but I've learned the power of support. And if we can really instill the culture of self-support, which teaches communal support, it means that our stadiums are not going to be just full. They're going to be full of people that believe in the talent that is there. They believe Uguti, Mamela, in that political support. It's struggling in the country. We saw the World Cup in Cape Town. Seats were empty, bums on seats were nothing. But we are sitting and saying, how do we assist in Tuana Zibe active? Because that's going to counteract the drugs we're dealing with.
For sure.
I mean, a 40-year-old boy smoking yaope, what do you mean?
Sana.
Afahama good man. Bahleli endaweni bahamba namayelo pony. Babona kahle ukuthi that's the real goal. It can't be. It can't be.
Sure. That's so good. And I mean, just to get off that a little bit. Influencer, one thing that you might not know about Melody, he's a lover boy. He's got something in his hand that you don't in your age.
Wow, wow. That's foul. That's foul.
Love influencer.
Yo.
You know what, Melody? I'm not gonna dignify this with the
It's like, no.
Sorry, I mean, I was just looking at me. I had to.
That's actually another.
I deal with this every day, so it's okay.
I want to throw this to that point you make about, being fortunate to have a wife.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I also am grateful to God, ukuthi ungiphile ithuba to be able to find a partner at a younger age, not because we have children or whatnot, but it was because we are both dreamers in different forms.
Sure.
And it's also a responsibility. Fame comes with problems. People think fame comes with money. Angisakhona ukuthi ngingene nje lapha eSpang ngithi ngiyothenga isinkwa. Wow! Mkhulu. And boundaries. People don't know boundaries.
Yeah.
So I can tell you for free, to someone else, I've had multiple elder people say, no, man, I think it'd be perfect for my daughter.
Sure.
And humbly so. It's their version of their I, not mine. And I'd always say, I am honored, but I'd never want to serve that in someone else's wish. Because umntana akhe bekangihlupha la uzothi mana qina ndoda. Qina ndoda. I don't want to be in that. So I think also trying to build a family structure early in my life is so important because, hey man, today we live in a space where, unfortunately, you ask yourself, what am I living for? You work hard, you've built this phenomenal name, you have a reputation in great spaces, but who benefits? My dad always uses the analogy to say, when a farmer plants his forest, he starts with one seed.
Sure.
He waters, the people walk past him every day. While he's watering every day, they walk past him for years. And then one day, this tree has shade. People who want to come and occupy that shade.
Or they steal the fruits.
Sure.
When the fruits come, they will then feel like, no, but why are you being selfish? Share the fruits with us. And then it goes back to the question that, who are you building it for anyway? Because if it was for yourself, then you need to then protect it. But if it was for the community, then you need to involve the community when you are building it. Because they will want a part of what you've built. And that's in relationships and that's in friendships. It's just the sentiment of we've got to be aware of whatever we're building has to have a purpose somewhere beyond yourself.
That is so good. I love your dad. Like, shout out to your dad. That's such good wisdom.
Joining Galaxy, Lupopo, which one had the most?
You?
Had the most what?
Joining
Had the
Galaxy.
most what?
Which one?
Which one hurt you the most?
Which one had you the most?
Oh, hate me the most.
Yeah.
Joining was sneaked up on us in football terms. You know, it's a game you should have won, could have won, but there was just, it wasn't our day at the office. They could have played another 200 minutes, as Mbogazi would say, but we could have not seen it, in my opinion. Lupopo was a different conversation. There was a lot of ill-disciplined play from the visiting side. I mean, I don't know how many infringes you can call on the referee, turned a blind eye to. But I can think that joining was probably more painful because it was not a battle. You know when you were inactive. And everyone would probably think Lupopo would be the one I would say. But that one is Sizluele. We went all the way and we're just not meant to be. And if you don't know football like that, then you're in trouble. Because you want to play the lotto every day, but not realizing, good chief, even no more. Like sometimes you got to feel, today's my lucky day. When we are every day, that's my chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely that game was tough, but it was the most exciting thus far this season. Those goals coming in one by one. I mean, I found myself at the corner post. I found myself at the corner post opposite from center line when that third goal, because officially the game was done, because it was the last whistle moment. But it was also because Muremi came out and he was not supposed to be there. So I had to go fetch him to bring him back. I couldn't really red card. So, I mean, it's yeah, that was the game for me.
Yeah, I felt in that match that Pirates ran out of time. They had another goal in them. If it was extra time, they probably would have beaten them. Like,
Yeah, they went straight to
2 or 3 more
penalties,
goals.
yeah.
Because as I've watched Pirates at home, you know, you always know Pirates will score in the second half. It always happens.
But I think that's the challenge that we need to focus on, is that we're missing out on early goals. I mean, now in the final, evidence is goal or opportunity to score. If that goal went in, Marumo was in trouble. From the get-go, early, if you concede early, you're in trouble, because now you're chasing the game from early. You're going to work 3 times harder. And already the game was fast-paced. I mean, Utladisa was trying to prove a point. He was trying to make sure. So, but yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, beyond just the football culture at Pirates, I think it's really the opportunity of we have to give the leadership their flowers. I mean, if you look at the developments, the signings, I mean, expansion is massive. Right now, when you talk about products, you talk about the Springboks. You can talk about, in second position, I would say us, but we'll give Bafana Bafana right now.
Yeah.
And then you can say Orlando Pirates. 3 huge shifts right now in sports that whenever it's happening, there's a lot of things around it, financially, economically. Bafana now finally just needs to get the right jersey. And we start wearing jerseys, because they had lost out with their previous sponsor. People weren't buying the jerseys. Yeah, they weren't
call it the pyjama, that one.
Yeah, we weren't buying the jerseys. But I think Adidas is, Adidas is back. And Adidas being back gives us that opportunity to say, I support training in this Sagas.
Are you sad to see Bogazi go?
I'm not, actually. I'm just worried that his adaptation, he needs to adapt, and most players suffer. Vilagazi didn't last. So didn't last when he left. And he was an example of the players that I thought were really going to make it. But Bogazi, as long as I think he moves, hopefully with a group of his community, which 3 or 4 people travel with him to stay with him for that adaptation season, I think he'll do well for himself. But he also will grow for us for the World Cup. That's the real pure heart of him growing and giving our defenders a chance again. When last did we sell a defender internationally?
Yeah. 100%.
Ugashoti.
Eish.
He's been asking this question for a week. You know that. He's been wanting
No,
to
man.
know.
So
No, this is the guy, man. I think he was...
he
I
puts a
love
different
their
element.
combination.
Yes. So Utabi, aka Kwekwe Mupedi, was my sidekick from Varsity Sports. His story is very amazing, but I know we have short time, so I'll be very brief. I met him at a Shisanyama, Ekatlong, and God said to me, and uyajiva ke bekajiva mara anabuhobo nyana ajiva ngene phansi kwamatafula. I looked at this guy and I'm like, look like tafula mara. So I realized, no man, God literally said, mfethu akubone mfethu thini ngale out.
Sure.
I need to practice the sharp. Eventually we bring him to UJ. UJ come, the crowd loses their mind. So obviously we invest money. I invest my own money into it. Chintwana Asamben. Long story short, we become good friends, him and myself. We travel the country. First flight he took, all the TV shows that I was doing or involved in, I brought him on. I really tied him to my brand. And it got to a stage where we brought him to Pirates eventually, and it was a little trick that we had. I put my pants going out, the crowd would go over. Like, it was new stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
The issue just unfortunately becomes is that fame comes with responsibility. He then started forgetting, unfortunately, that even when he's not at the stadium, he still has to uphold. And I guess that's a lack of knowledge. And I couldn't stay with him full time. I'm also trying to build my personal life. And that led us then to kind of slowing down our relationship. There's a TV show he did, and something happened on the TV show that was very much against our brand as me and him, but endangering the bigger brand. And we couldn't find consensus, and I was like, you know what, I need to change trajectory because I can't be caught in something that I didn't do, but that tears down the 12, 13 years of work we've put in, just due to lack of discipline and also wrong advising. As a customer, and I want to say this on camera. And it was so sad.
And that time you've paid him.
Mamela, never mind paying him. I don't get paid for putting him in spaces. I don't get paid for giving him this. I'm doing it from the pureness of my heart. Sure. But because abantu banomona and mabonela yena enagaboni, unfortunately they blinded him. And I said, you know what, my friend, luckily what you're talking about, we spoke about, so it's not a secret. It's not the first time some will hear it, maybe in the sporting community. But we just said we had to change trajectory. It's a sporting space. We need to come there fresh. We need to come there, focused. Yeah. And if you are a weak link, abantu are going to use that against us. So we need to either cut the cord or we need to change the lifestyle. And seemingly the lifestyle change was not happening fast enough.
Sure. Are you happy with
and
that
I
answer?
also need a lift in that BMW.
No, it's old, man. No, quantum. I need to extend the family business.
You see it's happening when he's in a BMW, he's playing golf.
No, but I get the benefits of not having a child. The benefits of not having a child.
Golf, What do they call that thing?
Handicap.
What's the handicap?
15.
Okay.
No, Kapusha.
It's very good to see. I'm really proud. Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, and I said, I always appreciate your affirmations. Same thing we say, as they say, so to sing vala. I really appreciate the positivity because you don't have to, but for you to be able to see and recognize the little that we're trying to contribute to a bigger institution or a bigger framework, it's a gift. And may you continue having the opportunity to see even your Clauie's who've come up and said, look, I'm raising my hand. You've been wanting to go into broadcasting and just trying to find a way in. And here you are and doing so well. So thank you so much for having me.
I always look forward to going to Orlando. Just the experience, everything is good. The only thing that must improve, the cops must stay at that circle after the game.
You know what?
The circle
after
there.
the bridge.
Oh, they changed it though, eh? I don't know if you've experienced it. Even the last time we left. So what they do now, they close the oncoming. So they open the four-way. When you exit the stadium, going towards the circle, turning left to Meadowlands or going to N17. So now they've made it a four-way exit. No longer still people coming down. So it's made it easier now.
Yeah, it's the only thing about Orlando, but everything else, 10 out of 10.
I once missed a game by that circle. Do you know that?
You got what?
I once missed a game by that circle.
Yeah, I also once did.
Oh, yeah, you missed it. Oh, it was the same game.
When I entered the stadium, it was a press conference. I'm telling you, it's not a lie. But it was last season. I can't remember. It was a midweek game. I don't know who was playing against, part was playing against who. Yeah. It was just bad because there were not many in the thing. Yeah, and now recently, one of the matches, I can't remember which one, after the match, coming in was okay because they were there,
yes.
the cops. But they left and then they didn't manage for people to leave.
Yeah.
I got home, I don't know, I can't remember what, it was an afternoon match. I got home, I think around 8 o'clock. It's not good. Yeah,
I think that's another thing that we, and I say we, as supporters are contributors to the struggles. Yes. I remember, but I mean, and we try to like, guys, I think the issue is that we're all trying to enter at the same time. Even if you're early, now you're caught by those. I always say, 2 hours before the game starts, anticipate traffic. Anticipate traffic to just start. People are coming to Soweto. There's multitudes of numbers of people coming in. They're not going to the game. So now you're caught in that mix. And pardon me, and I realized that if we can get into the culture of coming to the stadium early, do you know what we do? We're opening opportunities to increasing the entertainment in the stadium. 3 hours before the game, we perform we are able to do activities. That's what we want to do. That's what we're pushing towards. Or if we have half the stadium full already, like 2 hours before, there's a lot of things we can do.
True.
There's a lot. The players haven't arrived.
Yeah.
It's us, guys. We put sponsors and prizes and what.
Yes.
Like, there's
Yeah,
so
you'll
much.
hear
That
music
is
blaring
true.
inside the stadium with no one inside the stadium. I mean, people must come early to enjoy the music and all this other stuff. You see it with finals. Look at what happened in Polokwane over the weekend.
Abana
The
chance
pre-
again.
the
They had to travel
pre-match
early.
entertainment.
They had to come Friday.
Yes.
Because Makazi was doing her thing there and everybody else. It was nice before the match.
Yeah.
We need to come and be entertained like that so that we are not stuck in traffic outside. But as I say, I think 10 out of 10, the football is good, everything is done.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching this Pirate side. I think
Thank you so
Coach
much.
Wadu has really done something good. I mean, on Saturday, the coach changed the system so much that, I spoke to one of the Gallants players after the match and he said, yeah, it's a bit difficult because when you're up
prep.
against, you prep for this and then something like this happens. I mean, they were shocked by Makaula from the start. But the subs, when the subs comes in, the system changes completely.
Impact players,
And
as you call them.
it's just, I mean, if you can put Moremi, Sipombule, Hoto in the second half,
On the bench.
it's really, it's a sign of a strong team. And,
Yeah.
I just hope you guys can win the league because, as I've always said before, it's all nice winning cup competitions, but at the end of the day, Pirates must win the league.
I think that the part that we are most responsible for is one game at a time. I think that's
Yeah, I think Thandi has briefed him.
Institution.
one game at a time. No, but I mean, somebody said to me the other day, and I'm saying this in passing, somebody said to me, I got an offer from a club to be part of their media team. And I'm like, I don't think, and I don't know if that will ever happen in this lifetime. Even if my responsibilities come to a halt. But one thing I know for sure is that, when you're invested in anything, your brain always adapts towards, I guess, what relatively exists even beyond your role. It's not my role, but awareness. This is where we are.
Yeah, good. Wish you well.
We
Thank you so much.
Do.
It's been long,
Thank you for
13 years.
sacrificing your golf day. He sacrifices golf day to be with us
No, but
today.
you can tee off at 1. I mean, it's not a problem.
Yo, did you see the sign outside? But we're going to try. We're trying for 12:14. One will see Amaris blazing.
It is so
But
hot today.
and that's another culture that we're bringing in. I hope that you guys start playing golf. That on my birthday next year, we're hosting a golf day.
Ah,
4
balls, how much?
We haven't even
Oh,
got
you
into-
haven't,
we haven't
gone that
even
far.
got in there, but we know the idea is there, and we've started conversating around it because one of the things that our players don't do have hobbies outside of your actual job.
I see Lepasa is doing it now.
Yeah, Zakes came in last season. Remember when he had injury? That's when his journey started. It's been a year of him playing. Now he's gone to the Nedbank Challenge on Sunday, this first weekend. So those are like examples of how I just wish we create structures for these boys and girls that play sports to say that there's a community, man.
Can meet CEO of something there? Offer your job when you leave, when you finish playing.
I can't go fella, they want to be presenters.
I know.
And I mean,
the
it can't be,
problem.
Okay, so now Senzin again. Senzin, what is our job now?
They all want to be analysts.
Anyway.
Anyway.
It's been absolutely great. I really enjoyed this
Thanks, Melody.
conversation.
Thank you so much.
Melody,
You must do that thing of
appreciate you.
Bagalia.
Read the room.
That's it.
That's it. And that's how we wrap it up. Cheers. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.